y'all so blessed, man. And for you to be strong in yourself, intelligent, and have great leadership, bro, you have no idea, man. Like, I am thoroughly enjoying talking to you, gentlemen. I did the last time. But that has nothing to do with music. I didn't give you a compliment on music all night. I done tapped your shoulder about 4 times already. He probably like, ain't that close. Ain't that close.
No, but listen, here's the kicker. So I had a young 15-year-old dude in the car 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And me and I always have conversations, especially with the youth. We had a long talk. And he said to me, yeah, my people send me music all the time to assess. And I was like, for what? He was like, so I said, you don't realize, but you're acting as an A&R. And he in the streets.
Job title for that.
So I said, you're acting. So we started talking. I said, listen, here's what you want to do. If they're doing that, you want to start streaming live when they do that and start showcasing music of local artists. I said, then you want to build your platform. I said, bro, you only 15.
Relationships
I said,
with people that can benefit
exactly.
from exactly.
I said, you can make so much money doing what you're doing. Just stay out the dumb shit. I said, but I'm here to encourage you. I said, do what you got to do. Stay out the streets. Go to school. I said, but you can really manage a lot of that stuff and make a platform. He was like, all right, OG. He smiled. He said, I'm going to look into it. I'm like, bro, I said, whether you do or not, I just had to impart that into you.
It rings back when it rings back.
Yeah.
It might even ring back in itself. Yeah. Hopefully you'll be able to get out that motherfucker. But it rings back when it has to be said. Because you know who he is? You ever heard of Big Face Gary?
I heard that name.
In the Rockefeller days, they always talked about Big Face Gary. You never really seen Big Face Gary. He's in pictures though. He's not anti-pictures. Mm-hmm. But who Big Face Gary essentially was a nigga in the hood that just had an A&R ear. They used to do shit in the studio all day and all night, and then they would pull up on Gary and play it for him. He would tell them what to fix, and they would fix it the next day. He was getting a check from Def Jam, Rockefeller, whoever they was affiliated with. Regardless, this nigga was in the projects all day. Nowadays, everything digital. He has an opportunity to run it up in a different way and to actually be the face of his platform in a real way that can really monetize. But this position has always existed. An A&R wasn't always formal. Big Face Gary did not know he was an A&R until they fucking said it on a check probably.
Yeah. People don't realize what A&R.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to write it to something.
You introduce your music to people where you let people know what's hot and what's not.
But why does he have that ear? I would love to meet Youngin and figure out what he really want to do.
I could have got his
name, I would have.
If he wants to turn a corner.
I'll say, honestly, I think some
the energy
people,
he gave you was
some people understand sound.
He bought it, but he's still on the streets.
He don't think he's capable.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
I'll say some people understand sound. Like, some people have that ear where you hear something, you know how it's going to sound.
First time you recorded, did it sound like it sounded in your head?
To a degree.
Then you were already ahead. You don't understand. It takes motherfuckers some 6 months, some 6 years to figure out their sound and get associated with their voice, especially to the point where you can use it as an instrument, which you do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not I've only been in the studio with one person on their first time, rest in peace, my little brother, Rel, that got it the first time. He banged out the 3 joints he been doing in the car, bodied them joints better than the car. And I'm like, how did you even know you had these, like, options?
When I first heard it sound, I was like,
no, that's
we need to have a conversation.
This is a gift and a blessing, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I always accredit it to just, like, listening to music. Like, I've just always had, like, a wide, like, variety. So I've always, like, I hear everything that's hot. But then at the same time, I hear the other stuff by the people who have, like, these followings, the people who just follow them for a reason. It's because these people have, like, a particular sound. Like, if you look at Griselda, before Griselda got big, I was listening to Griselda. Dope. But they have that drug dealer rap sound. And that's what so many people flock to. People love that. That's why people love Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? That's why people love Rick Ross.
Talk from bosses.
It's only listen. So when
Hove, Jeezy, Pusha, like I don't want to hear no corner boys talking to me.
So listen. So when you take that same logic, right? And then you got these guys coming out of Buffalo with that same energy, and they're putting bars behind it. It's almost like, yo, this is like a new sound. That's why people, they say, yeah, you sound like Griselda. because Griselda has a sound. That's why people flock to them the way that they do.
You got to be able to be identifiable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you're either identifiable or you're a chameleon.
It's one or the other.
It's extremes in creativity and creation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you get respected for one or the other. And once you get in the middle, people get confused on how to view you.
Right. And I was gonna say, and I think that's the main thing. Like, you know, when you look at guys like Griselda, that's the you know, the sound. Mm-hmm. When you look at somebody like Tory Lanez or Drake, that's the chameleon. It works on either end. You just gotta know how to work it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yo.
We appreciate you, bro.
Y'all ain't told no lie. He trying to rap my show. Who is you?
No, she was rapping it.
We got rap cake. We ain't get rap yet, man. She ain't rap beat, man.
Oh shit, we still on then.
Oh no, we good.
I'm all good.
We rapping soon though. But
So I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah, please,
no, look, because I want to know something.
Please.
Like at the end of the day, you being who you are, and your father being who he was, how much of an influence was your father on what you're doing today?
Alright, I'll tell you, like I told him at the block naming, the barbershop was my babysitter.
Right.
So
that's all you was. You was
like when my mom had to do some shit, drop you off at the barbershop. I used to call my grandma 3 times to see if they could pick me up. Like, I was in the barbershop way more than the average human. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what do you learn from the barbershop? You learn when to speak, when not to speak. You learn the level of conversation. You be a young man, you know you ain't supposed to speak. You think you got something to say, and when they continue the conversation, you realize what you was about to interject ain't got shit to do with what they was talking about.
Yeah. So
sit your ass there and learn.
I about to say, and to that, because that's, in a sense, it's kind of how I grew up. Like, I grew up around, like, a lot of his friends. Mm-hmm. So when I'm sitting in them rooms with dudes that's, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30, 40 years older than me.
God damn, wait. Whoa, pause.
You 20 years older than me.
Yeah, but everybody wasn't 40 years exaggerating some of the
My
time.
dad 34 years older than me.
But nah, it's like as I got older, because I sat in rooms so many times with older guys, but I also spent a lot of time with people. Well, first off, I was always a year younger in school, so all of my friends are always older than me by at least a year.
You got skipped?
I started early.
You started.
So when I was in kindergarten,
your birth date or
no? We just put him in school at 4 years.
Yeah. So when I was in kindergarten,
I was conscious decision to accelerate him.
I was for the whole year through too.
He was reading on a third grade reading level, and
he was there
doing math. So we was, and plus he was home all the time. And honestly, it was like my thing was I just try to put him in school.
But no, that explains a lot about his demeanor.